they named us the same names those girls had.
You mean there's another Luna and another Lula?
Yeah, and of course, I hope Mom didn't have anything to do with it. I think Pop's the one that did it.
Why would he do that? Did he run out of good names with all those other ones he was giving out?
Yeah. So,
like Clement and P-Mite and
yeah,
all those biblical names.
Names that you would scratch your head and wonder why in the world you're naming me that, you know. And
Like what?
The name like we've had so.
Whose name got made fun of the most?
I don't know, but Luna started calling me Lou, and there was a distinguished difference in the names, so people could help tell us apart, you know, instead of yelling something, same thing. And that's how we got kind of separated a little bit in school.
That and when she ran off to Natchez without you?
Oh. Had a good time in Natchez.
You did. What'd you do down there?
Went dancing most of the time.
She was the one that went to Natchez first. And she couldn't wait till I got over there.
Why didn't you go?
And I had a job in Brookhaven, and I had to wait till I could get my funds ready and everything to go. So I went.
Then you talked me into going to Jackson.
Yeah.
She wanted to work in Jackson.
Yeah, the boy that
We were hired the first day. They hired us.
In Jackson?
Worked for the telephone company.
I liked a certain boy that had moved in, and he's working in Jackson, and he wanted us to come too. He was our doctor's son.
What was his name?
Decatur Butler. And so we went up there.
He really liked Lou.
And then he was called up to service, and that's when the war began. That's why we went to Jackson, because there was so much work.
Was this after Pop told you couldn't go with Decatur?
Yeah, and he, Pop said later he thought he was wrong in doing that, because he was so nice to me, and he had lived in Jackson for a little while, and he kind of knew the place around, you know, and all. Where you go date and dance and all that. But then they called him on to service, and he went on to service.
That's all you got to say about that?
One time I met Bill Taylor. And he was always calling up and calling up and calling up.
Who's that, Bill Taylor?
Yeah. And so he went overseas too.
Were you flattered that Bill Taylor kept calling?
Well, he called every day.
He must have been crazy about you.
He says he was. And so when he came home, I insisted that he go to college before I'd be interested in just dating him. And so he went to college.
And wasn't that kind of bossy?
And graduated. And in the meantime, Decatur got killed in an automobile accident.
Well, he was representative.
Yeah.
for the Capitol. Came got Lou and took her everywhere. To he and Kirby. And years and years later, when Lou'd go to the class reunion, they say, "Oh, well, this is Decatur's girl. This is Decatur's girl," and Decatur's been dead for I don't know how long.
What'd you think about being a dead man's girl?
Well, I liked him a lot,
They were remembering him.
Yeah.
and I was so sorry he got killed.
But where was Ken Kelly in all this?
He was,
In another town.
he was,
Where'd y'all meet?
he was stationed not far from Jackson.
Well, Lou came to Natchez. I was working in Natchez, and she was working in Brookhaven. She said, "Let's go to Jackson work." And we quit our jobs and went to Jackson. And I met my husband after he came home from service. And they kept telling me, said, "Oh, that's so-and-so. You'd like him. He'd be a good date for you." I said, "It doesn't appeal to me at all." Well, in a few days, Lou was in an automobile accident. I know what it was. And I had off about 2 weeks from work. I was going home and stayed with my mother. They came and got me. My sisters came and got me at about 4 o'clock in the morning and took me to Jackson to stay with Lou. She was unconscious about 5 days. And I just sat there by her bed. And the first time I went back to the office to pick up my check, my vacation was over, and I still had a check coming. And the first thing Ken said to me, he said, "Well, how's Lou?" I said, "She's just fine," turned around and walked off. And he just kept on. That's how so I finally went out with him.
He wore you down, right?
He was a pretty good fella.
He was the best. I still miss him.
We were married 56 years. That's a long time.
It sure is.
I wouldn't date Bill I wouldn't be, I dated everybody, different people. And I wouldn't just say I'm just going to date you, because I wanted him to go to college. So he went to college for 4 years before I would consent to, and then he got a job near Jackson, and then he came every day, and finally we got married. But if he ever dated anybody else, I didn't know it. But we got married and went to live. Where did we go? Back to North Carolina? We went to North Carolina to live, didn't we? I think, where he was working.
Charlotte.
Yeah, we lived in Charlotte.
Where's Beverly?